was the man Anthony B. Anthony B features in this particular album. You find Anthony B on the Barber Shop. This is Anthony B, Blakk and Proud, a very popular contemporary piece of song from the veteran born Cat Blair all the way in Jamaica. He's a Jamaican international and he features in this particular one, Barber Shop.
This one is a special dedication to the killer, Jacob Killer Miller.
Empire 102.7.
I think I have Blakk Rasta online. Hello, Blakk Rasta, can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, man, hello? Yeah, man, hello, can you hear me, Blakk Rasta? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Your greetings, Rasta. Oh, Blakk Rasta. It has been hectic connecting to your line this evening. How vibe super?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Blakk Rasta, can you hear me?
The voice is extremely low. Very, very low.
Is it okay now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better.
It's better now. All right. We're glad to have you. It's been 30 minutes. 31 past the hour, and we have Blakk Rasta online all the way from the capital. Blakk Rasta, straight away. We fell behind time, so let's get talking. I've seen your 1999. You know I love to, tease you a little bit. I've seen your 1999 picture. You were a heavyweight, a macho man like that. Were you a bouncer, Blakk Rasta?
Oh my God, have mercy. And I want to say good evening to all your listeners and to everyone tuned in right now. Thanks so much for having me. Well, I'm in 1999, several years back, and we were still growing, In fact, we were work in progress. So I would say yes. I used to be a very strong macho man.
Wow.
But I am a stronger macho man now.
But it's evident, that from youth you've been artistic. It's very evident. What is the transition like? Has the growth in number of years, of course, you've grown now, has the growth in number of years affected your artistry in any way?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you well. If you kindly repeat the question.
I am saying it's evident, when you look at your youth days till now, it's evident you've been artistic from youth days. Now you're growing. Now you're growing. Has the numbers, the addition in numbers to your years affected your artistry in any way?
Well, I would say that yes, it has affected it positively because as we grow, we learn some more. And as I grow, I'm able to pick up a few good vibes along the way, So, yes, I have learned a lot artistically. I mean, I've become a better artist. And I'm grateful to the Most High.
How many albums do you have to your credit now?
How many years?
How many albums do you have to your credit now, under your belt?
Oh, right now we have 12 albums. 12 powerful albums.
The era of albums is under threat now. It seems we are losing the era of albums. We are in the era of singles and EPs. Does that bother you? How do you feel about this particular era, this generation of singles and EPs?
Well, Blakk Rasta is a man who doesn't follow trends. In fact, trends don't affect me at all. It doesn't mean that I'm backward. It just means that I'll still hold on to the positive vibes of yesteryears. Yes, I do understand that Gen Z is more interested now in singles and not necessarily albums. And even if Gen Z wants to make albums, it is called an EP. But I come from the days of albums where you have a number of songs on the album. Yes, we have singles as well. First single, second single, third single, and you won't go beyond that. The album must drop. But interestingly, the newer generation is even releasing more songs than the older generation. The only difference is that they don't compile that into albums. I mean, you hear them release singles today, the following day another single is out, 2 singles the next day, and then it continues like that. Within a period of about 6 months, they might have released about, 100 singles. You know, but in the days, first single, second single, you must be ready with the album. You can't go beyond the third single. You must come out with the album. So I must say that, yes, we are losing the quality nature of the album because the album is a body of work, you know. But, yeah, man, in another way, we are having that back and are so excited to have, you know, been in that era and still producing albums.
Folks, we're talking to Blakk Rasta, original Blakk Rasta, and we're talking because there's a brand new album, Our Salaga Soldier. We've been soaking songs, pieces out of that particular album. It's a 20-track album. That's why we're talking. Blakk Rasta have soaked this particular album over the weekend, and I told you what my thoughts are already. But I just want to know what went into the production of these masterpieces. You listen and you have a hard time selecting or having a favorite.
Yes, I mean, we recorded this album over a period of about 4 years, you know, in the days of the COVID. In fact, the oldest song on that album is Sodom and Gomorrah, which is the first song on the album. We recorded that almost 5 years ago, before COVID. And then COVID came in, and then we decided to spend time in the studios recording. In fact, it's my most creative years, the COVID years. You know, being in the studio and doing a lot of work, listening to a lot of radio stations and TV stations from across the world, Cameroon, Nigeria, Britain, America, and so on and so forth. At time, we were locked down, remember?
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, it brought us a lot of creativity, a lot of hard work in the studios. So I would say that, yes, we were truly, truly hard, and we recorded a total of 60 songs. 60 songs. So out of the 60 songs, we decided that we'll release 2 albums this year. Now the first album has come out and it's known as the Salaga Soldier, a body of 20 hot reggae, Kuchoko style, is out.
The song on the background right now is Baba Shop, your collaboration with Anthony B, a heavyweight in the reggae industry. Anthony B is a heavyweight. How did you link up with Mr. Blair? How did the link up happen?
I must give all the credit to man like King Legacy. In fact, when we recorded that song, Barbershop was recorded, as I said, about 4 years ago. We wanted a voice like Anthony B's on this song. Because number one, the chorus was actually carved out of a Jacob Miller old classic known as the Tenement Yard. I have always loved Jacob Miller. I mean, some people have told me that, oh, you actually look like Jacob Miller, you know. Yes. So I decided to do a rendition of his Tenement Yard. So I picked up the chorus and did some work around the chorus, made it my own chorus, and came up with my own verses. Different melody, different vibration, and different energy. But it's still Jacob Miller. Anybody listening to this song will remember Jacob Miller. That's why at the beginning of the song I said this one goes out to the killer, Jacob Killer Miller. His Monica was killer. He called himself the killer, sound killer, you know. So yes, when we decided that this was the voice we wanted on the album, now it was time to link up with Anthony B to get him on the album, on the song specifically. Legacy flew all the way to Jamaica. And when he was in Jamaica, he got closer to Anthony B, spoke to Anthony B about it. But Anthony B was quite busy, touring. Long story cut short. He finally had time to listen to what we had done, and he was mesmerized. He said, wow, I'm shocked that this music is coming from Africa. This is great. I'm going to record it immediately. But he was still on tour and wanted to record it using a mobile studio. But Legacy insisted that he should take it easy, arrive home, and get into a studio and record it studio style. So within 2 days, Anthony B got this song recorded in the studio. He made a video of himself recording it and all that. And I'm glad that we have Barbershop and people are loving it.
That's not too long ago, because Legacy just came back from Jamaica not too long ago. If all of this happened in the spirit of the wow.
So the song was recorded 4 years ago, And we have been looking for this voice on this song.
Is he the one you were waiting before the release of the album? Because
yes, for real. Not necessarily for the release of the album, but the release of the song.
This particular
so if you realize, if you've been following me on Facebook, you realize that initially we advertised that we're going to release 19 tracks. Then when Lagazi was able to lay hands on Anthony B, and we got all the files ready, and the collaboration was done and dusted, we decided that that would be the last track on the album. The first track to be recorded was Sodom and Gomorrah, and the last one to be completed was Barbershop featuring Anthony B.
I don't know, I think the scripture says the last shall be the first. This particular one seems to be catching fire among the youth. When I play it, those who respond to me are the youth. Specifically those who don't like, combing their hair and going to the barber shop. They seem to be requesting this song much more often. But I see a ticking for Collie on that album as well. Is that a strategy or is that a deliberate attempt to actually target your French audience? Oh
my God, that was another difficult one to get. Ticking for Collie undoubtedly is one of the kings of reggae in the world. In Africa, he's rated extremely high. This is a guy who fills stadia. He's a king who goes to Mali and the stadium is packed. Senegal packed. Togo packed. Everywhere in the so-called Francophone, he fills stadia. Even in France.
Is he a rival of
I've been following Tikemja for a long time. So we decided that Tikemja should also be on this track, recorded about 4 years ago. So I got in contact with Tikemja. I mean, he was somebody that I had been talking to already. And so, yeah, we'll do it. So the track was sent to him. He listened to it. His first comment was that he didn't really like it. That was why he was taking time to record. I said, if you don't like it, don't worry, man. What don't you like about it? He couldn't really tell. He only said it could be better. So we left it. About 4 or 5 months later, I called him again. I said, yo, Tikemja, I have a tune that I need you to listen to, and we'll see if you like this one here. I sent him the same tune. He listened to it, and he told me, yeah, I like it. Oh, this is so good, I like it. But it was actually the same track. So I understood that he was on tour, and he probably didn't have time to listen to the song. And because I was calling promptly, he decided that no, he would have to tell me that he didn't like it to put me off. So he now said, unfortunately, I'm not in Africa, so I wouldn't be able to record it. I said, where are you? He said, France. I asked him, can I jump onto the next plane and come over? He said, are you serious? I said, yes. He said, come. So I jumped on the next plane with my crew. We went all the way to Paris in France, and we recorded Tikemja and completed that song and brought it down. When we read it finally, he was like, wow. I was going to miss out on a great song. That's how we got that collaboration as well.
Wow. 2 heavyweights, one an African heavyweight and one a global, a Jamaican heavyweight and an international heavyweight. Both of them are international actually. But Blakk Rasta, for God's sake, how many languages did you speak on this particular album?
Yeah, interestingly, we have about 11 languages. We spoke 11 languages. Hausa is in there with Kafankere, the leg of a dog. And then we have Tatani in there with Adisa and Bua and the rest of that. And I'm glad that you speak all these languages I'm mentioning.
Yeah.
We have Tula in it, that's Speaking Java College delivering that. We also have French in there with Le Pain de Dieu, because I've started making some strong inroads in the Francophone by the time of Tikemja and Alpha Blondy and even Ishmael Isaac. We have been able to break into that market and we are going steadily. So I needed to record a song in French, and I did that. See? So we also have Amharic. Aile is 80% Amharic. Aile.
One of my favorites.
It's Amharic. One of the first languages of the world, And then, we also did some tree with Kokroko, which is a hot Nyabingi piece that I truly love. So all in all, we have about 11 solid languages, including Sisala. There's Sisala in there as well. So yeah, 11.
But you failed to sing in your master's language. But don't worry, we will talk about that some other time. But you got yourself, you mentioned Adiza. I've been chasing you to tell me that particular Adiza you sang about. You've still not told me, Blakk Rasta. What is the inspiration of Adiza? It also sounds like Cherry oh baby.
Exactly that. So Eric Donaldson was in Ghana, the original singer of Cherry O Baby. And then we agreed that we were going to record a song. In fact, and that was going to be a remake of Cherry O Baby.
Together.
We agreed. We were going into the studio. For one reason or the other, he was not able to make it. He reneged. And then he said, yo, we could have recorded it in Jamaica still and blah, blah. Meanwhile, I had gone into the studio to play the rhythm. So I went into the studio and I decided to turn everything into my native Dabani. So that's how come we have that song in the band. When I sent it to Eric Donaldson and he listened to it, he was like, you are a murderer. Hear the tune. I like it. First time I like Cherry O Baby. Where you sing in an African lingua. I like it. That's what he told me.
Wow.
To hear his song, in fact his music in an African language, for him is a big blessing. And I'm loving that tune. But to who Adisa is, you know, it's just a regular, beautiful African lady. You know, it could have been your sister's name, beautiful as she is as well. And it could have been, you know, any other beautiful woman in Africa that we are talking to, saying that, yo, if you leave me, you know that you're going to commit murder. I'm going to die the next day. Continue being with me.
We're talking to Blakk Rasta. Yes, of course, we're talking to Blakk Rasta. He has a very, very funny side as well. I'm talking about a lighter side as well. You need to get closer. Many of you who know Blakk Rasta Mafia think he's all serious, but you know, he has a very lighter spot as well. You need to get closer to know the spot from Blakk. We're talking to Blakk Rasta. I'll let Blakk Rasta go because of time. You know, we delayed in contacting him because of streaming challenges, but we finally had him. You're Blakk, I'll let you go, but before I let you go, yeah, you are a veteran in this business, a veteran, a heavyweight as well, and many young people would want to follow footsteps and learn from you. These samples that you people do, like the Cherry O Baby sample you did in Adiza, and then Tenement Yard, you did a song from Jacob Miller, you know, a sample as well. What is the procedure? What is the right way to do it? Do you just wake up and do it, or you need to connect or talk to somebody before you do that?
Well, the copyright law is very clear about it. You need to credit the original artist. You need to give them their credit. Whatever is coming out would have to go to them in terms of royalties. See? So this one has been, in fact, credited beautifully to Eric Donaldson as a songwriter, Blakk Rasta as a songwriter, and the producer of the tune. In fact, there are two producers for that song. One from Jamaica and the other one right here in Ghana. So, I mean, that's the only song on the album that we had a Jamaican producer collaborating. The rest of it is all African. And Jacob Miller is not alive. Jacob Miller left us in 1980. See? And sadly, Jacob Miller himself never knew his father. So he grew up in the ghetto. And if he was alive, I'm sure he would have loved this tune so much. We credited him as well. So whatever is going to come out of it will go to his family. I will also be in Jamaica anytime soon. I am hoping to be able to meet with the family just to solidarize, you know, and fraternize. So basically, these were the two collaborations we had on the album from songs originally known. And if you listen to the song, you realize that we made it our own song.
Before I let you go, what's your target? It's an electrifying album. Very compelling, 20 tracks. What is the target? Where do you expect to take this album to, Blakk Rasta?
Well, the target is the international market. I'm trying to use this album to break the generational curse of reggae music from Africa. Anybody who listens to this album says that, wow, this is crazy. But remember, my last album was 36 tracks. So this one is 20. It's less that album. I love to make many songs. And as I told you, we recorded 60 tracks and decided to choose these 20 to release. Anytime I listen to this album, in fact, I have goose pimples all over me. Sometimes I even shed tears of joy and glory because of the number of years we spent in the studio. And Haruna, another thing you realize is that the album was recorded live. You know, all the instruments that we are in there, we tried as much as possible to play live instruments from the bass all the way down to horns. We even use flagell horns in this recording. Not many Ghanaians use that. And we even use live flutes at Tentebe, different flutes, about 12 different flutes on this album.
So this is not a computer. This is not a computer thing.
Very, very solid album. and we are looking at the international market already. We have started, in fact, getting rave reviews from Nigeria. The BBC has already given me an invitation to come over to England for some interviews and all that. You know. So yes, the album is a crazy album, and it's a varied album. You hear jungle music on it. You hear collaboration that I had with Ayisoba. You know, Be My Wife has merengue in it, salsa, dancehall, and reggae. I mean, we truly worked hard on this album. For me, it's the biggest album in the world right now, without apology.
Whoa. All right, but where do we get the album? On streaming platforms? Where can we actually lay hands on the album?
Oh, interesting one. So it's not on the streaming platforms yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the streaming platforms from Saturday, the 1st of March, on the birthday of Burning Spear. Burning Spear was born on the 1st of March in 1945, 1 month behind Bob Marley.
I think
we are releasing it on the day, the 1st of March. Yeah. And it's going to be on all the digital platforms. Okay. Every digital platform you log on to, and we encourage you to go out there. And please bless yourself with this music. This music is going to go very far, be part of history. And I tell you, if at the end of the day we are knocking on the doors of the Grammy, never ever be surprised. This is what the Grammy is looking for. This is what a quality awards program is looking for. Trust me, we are there.
I think, like as I mentioned to me, you have a listening session at Aliza Hotel this Friday.
Yes, we had it at the La Palm Beach Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we had it last Friday. Yes, and you know, all the pundits were there. They were mesmerized. Harun, I mean, you have followed Blakk Rasta music for some time. You realize that I did a lot of poetry on so many different albums. This one only has about 2 poems out of the 20. 2 poems. And these two, the rest of them, we sang our hearts out. That is the other side of Blakk Rasta many people have not come to see yet. And because of dirty propaganda in the past, people say, hey, Blakk Rasta, you know, he's a funny man, the man who makes funny songs and all that, and that foolish trash. See? They have a way of pushing you down. They have a way of pushing their own down. Meanwhile, when you meet them on stage, they become ants. They are not able to perform like you. When you come on stage, you are a monster. Because we started it a long time ago and we don't compromise. So this time around, we just decided that, let us put a lot of the singing tracks out. And if you check the quality of the singing, check the chords, and check the energy. Anybody who knows music technically will tell you that what this brother here has done more than he has ever done. And I'm glad.
Yeah. We're glad talking to you today as well, Blakk Rasta. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Harun, I want to say thank you so much, and I want to congratulate you. I mean, on your new feed, you know, joining Empire. I want to say blessed love, and I know that you are going to make the people happy. I know you started making them happy already. I mean, you are one of the best on the whole continent. I want to push you higher and higher by these vibes that I'm giving you. Next time we meet, I would like us to be able to sit down over a beautiful drink and talk more. Keep the people of Takoradi very, very happy as usual, and the surrounding areas with a quality Salaga Soldier album. Big up Malcolm, yes, Kwame Malcolm, and you know, everybody that I know, and even those I don't know. I want to say love and respect from afar, guidance and protection.
I thought you were going to say when you're flying to Jamaica, you put me in your bag so we go. But you're talking about drinking.
Oh yes, I mean Haruna, you're part of the team, and I believe that this year you are going to be traveling along to, have that experience as well. I know you are an experienced man, but you need more experience. And when you come home, you'll be able to tell exactly what the story is. So get ready. I hope you have a passport.
Sure, I do.
So get ready.
All right, bless the Lord, Blakk Rasta. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Have a good brethren. Bless the Lord, my brethren. This is Barber Shop on the background featuring Anthony B. Cat Blair.